The college football experience, Western Michigan Broncos 2025 season preview episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code TCESGPN. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
This is Martin Cleese, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo-wee. Welcome to the college football experience. Western Michigan Broncos, Buck'em Broncos 2025 season preview episode. It has been college football all day, every day since I was like a 5-year-old. Right. So look, but we're loading up here. The season is right. I mean, we got a little appetizer with week 0. We're cranking out the final team previews. You get the week 1 picks are out for Thursday and Friday, and tonight at 9 p.m. you're gonna get Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So 2 parts there. Check those out. Earlier today we went live with shows. We got a show after this with the Charlotte 49ers, and then late night I'm gonna be diving into some Georgia football. Not the Bulldogs either, not the Yellow Jackets, but I'm gonna keep it open for the fans there, either Georgia Southern or Georgia State. You'll have to find out.
That's a rivalry, man.
That is. Let's go. Look, youtube.com/the college experience. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, that's fair. My name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Happy season, folks.
You can smell it.
We're home, baby. Shout out to the chat. We got people checking in from all over Ohio, all over the world. We got Playa del Carmen, Mexico tuning in. Appreciate you. I am joined by my co-host. He is also the host of the College Basketball Experience. We talk every single college basketball game for every single team, just like we do for FBS and FCS football here and college baseball. Shit. YouTube.com/the college experience. That's where all of the shows come together. Give it up for former staffer at Austin Peay with the Governors, South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and West Virginia with the Mountaineers. Ryan McIntyre, aka Moneyline Mac. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Some action late Wednesday night, or early Wednesday night, I should say. Let's talk these Broncos.
Mac tonight! Come on, make it Mac tonight!
Yeah, let's talk about these Broncos because Lance Taylor has been improving with each year. Now, it still hasn't got that winning season, but he did go bowling last year after a 4-win performance in his first season, the former Alabama Crimson Tide wideout. And man, for a second they had Wisconsin, a critical fumble late in that game, week 1 at Wisconsin. They ended up losing 28-14. It was really like a 21-14 game. And then they had a close loss to the Sun Belt champs, the Marshall Thundering Herd. And some tough beats, losing to South Alabama by 7, Central Michigan by 2. I mean, they weren't that far off from like a 9-10 win season when you look back at this thing from a season ago. Now, to be fair, they also had a nice schedule, having Ball State, Akron, Kent State. That's what you want.
Yeah.
So a little bit of both, but got back to a bowl game where Western belongs. When you know the history of this program, Tim Lester, their former quarterback, was the previous coach who went 36-32 in 6 years there and took them bowling or he was bowl eligible. Every year but one. His final season when he went 5-7, and they got and they axed him. They fired him, and a lot of that has to do with the PJ Fleck thing. PJ Fleck was there before and had their best season, 13-1, losing the Cotton Bowl in a 1-score game to that same Wisconsin team. But the program has had a lot of traditions. Jack Harbaugh, Jim's dad, coached there, a while back. Gary Darnell, Bill Cubit. They've had some winners come through there over the years. Where are you at with coach? Because Lance Taylor, you got to think if they fired Lester, who only delivered one losing season in his existence, and it was a 5-7 season in 22, and he was an alum that played quarterback there.
It's a little warm.
You got to think that maybe, this could be a critical year for Coach Lance Taylor. But where are you at with Coach?
Yeah, I mean, they took a step last year, but I mean, they have expectations at Western Michigan. Fleck with his undefeated season, and then just over the last decade, they've been solid. So 10-15 isn't good enough. They need to, at minimum, get back to a bowl game this year. But I think that their fan base wants a 7-8 win season with all the bye games that they play. So up and rising, coach, but it's a big year for him.
Yeah, for sure. I actually think he's done all right. That 4-8 season, I thought they looked better than 4-8 in my opinion, but sometimes just the way the ball bounces. 10-15 in 2 years is Lance Taylor. The offense, I'm not the biggest Walt Bell fan, well, at least as a head coach. I faded the hell at him when he was at UMass. That was like an autoplay every week. Was not very fond of him when he was an OC at Florida State, I think it was. But hey, that's the best thing about coaching is like you can learn things, or maybe it wasn't the right fit. Maybe this wasn't that. So they were 55th in scoring offense in his first year in Kalamazoo, 109th in pass offense, 37th in rush offense, 85th in total offense. Not terrible numbers, but hopefully they can improve on that. And you look at what they return. Jalen Buckley at the running back spot, tight end Blake Bosma, he's good. And just 2 of 5 on the offensive line. So it is a little bare on the offense. And that's the thing. I was trying to do homework. If you caught our week or our week 1 pick show with the Thursday and Friday edition, remember Western Michigan plays a Friday game. I was trying to figure out who the hell they were going to start at quarterback between Brady Jones and what was the other guy's name? Brock Lowry, I think it is.
Lowry.
So I read something saying they might play both, but yeah, what is Spurrier? No, Spurrier didn't say that. Spurrier. Yeah, no, Spurrier endorses that. Spurrier's like, no, you got 2 quarterbacks. Get them both on the field. But yeah, whoever said that, if you got 2, you got none. It might have been, I don't know, Bum Phillips or some shit. But they hit the portal, man. And obviously, Brady Jones is a JUCO that they brought in the previous year, I believe. But they got running back Cole Cabana from Michigan. That's a nice get, by the way. Christian Leary is a wide receiver that was at Georgia Tech last year, had over 300 yards receiving, but prior to that was with Saban at Alabama. Hence the connection to Lance Taylor being a Bama guy. Talik Williams, a wide receiver from Georgia State, coming in. Egypt Nelson from VMI, the Keydets. Wide receiver Balin Brooks also coming in from San Diego State. Michael Brescia from Colgate, the Raiders, coming in, and also tight end Cade Conley from Marshall. They also hit the O-line spots. They brought in Zach Vaughn from Wake Forest, Raheem Anderson from Michigan. Give me a Michigan offensive line. If you're getting a Michigan offensive lineman, yeah, it's same with Illinois in a way. Hunter Whitenack coming in there. I'm curious to see who will. I think Anderson will definitely start. I'm assuming Whitenack will get in the mix too, but I don't know that the offense is better because I mentioned it already. You had Ball State, Akron, Kent State on the schedule. I look at this year and I'm like, well, you got Ball State.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have the others. I'm gonna say similar. I do like the running back receiver gets though. How about you?
I do too. I think they'll take a slight step back. Just, I mean, unknown at the quarterback position. And just, I mean, what Wolf was okay. Last year he
The
wasn't.
ODU transfer, yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't great, but he wasn't horrible. So I'm interested to see how that new room plays out, and then obviously they're just replacing a lot. I've only what 3 starters back, so I think a slight step back with the tougher schedule.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about the defensive side of the ball because Chris O'Leary, the DC there, 107th in scoring defense, 72nd in pass defense, 112th in rush defense, total defense at 109th. Ooh,
That's not very good.
And by the way, I should preface that O'Leary is not responsible for those numbers. He's a new DC, but that's what he's inheriting. The defense. Popeye Williams, great name, back at the DN spot. Tyson Lee at the D tackle spot. Damari Roberson, the linebacker spot, and your safeties are back in Halleck and Wofford, as well as punter Ryan Milmore. They hit the portal like all these teams do for the most part. Brought in Tucker, a DN from Houston, Fisher, a DN from Nichols. But let me tell you something: those Colonels, they look pretty good without Fisher on Saturday. Sticking it to incarnate word. They also brought in Ray Stewart from Indiana, Dakari Frazier from Ball State. There you go. Dorian Wesley from Alabama A&M. Those are all on the D line. Then in the linebacking core, they got. I love how they brought in Sefa Sapala from Bowling Green. We talked about him the other day. I must have missed that he then transferred out again. James Camden comes in from Murray State. And then in the secondary, they just loaded up in the secondary. I mean, Jordan Thomas, Eastern Kentucky, Javaris Sims, UConn, Fitzroy Ledger from Rutgers, Jaden Davis from Sac State, Jaden Lyles from Austin P, Marvin Smith from Alabama A&M, Jason Mitchell from San Diego State. I mean, good Lord. Will they be better than 109th? I'll take a shot and say slightly.
Yeah, I think they will. I mean, so O'Leary, you look at his track record, he worked for Harbaugh and Freeman. So 2 good defensive coaches, or at least in Harbaugh's case, his teams are always good defensively. I know he's more of an offensive guy. But I mean, Freeman's as good a young defensive coach in the country. So I like O'Leary's track record. I know he's walking into a mess here, but I think he'll get them playing hard.
You know, if they hit on quarterback, I kind of like the rest of the roster.
Yeah. Yeah, the defense seems to be the better unit, actually, in my opinion.
You just need solid quarterback play. I kind of like, their running back room. I think Christian Leary coming in at the wide receiver spot can work out, and I think the defense might be taking a step in the right direction. So there's that. All right, let's talk each game and state of the program. But before I do that, folks, I do want to let you know that the college football experience is brought to you by, us. We are part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, and football is back, and so is our amazing merch sale. 25% off everything in the merch store. Promo code football. Make sure you check it out. Get yourself a Pick Dundee t-shirt. Those things will get you all the scattered ass down there at the bowling alley. All right. Also, SGPN just launched their NFL Survivor contest, $100 entry winner take all. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/survivor. Plus, if you're new to Splash Sports, use that promo code finals for a $10 credit. We're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on every single sport. And of course, great place to bet on football. They got you covered for college football, CFL, and NFL action. MyBookie's $100,000 NFL Super Contest going on right now. Only a $15 entry, and they're offering a buy 2 entries, get 1 free deal. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations as well, even outside of the States. You can easily deposit, get lightning fast payouts using crypto. So head on over to mybookie.ag, and when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN for 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers there. So that's mybookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. College football is back on Rhythm. Last season, Rhythm's predictive models had a 22% ROI on non-conference spreads. They absolutely killed it on FCS totals. And look, week 0 and week 1 last year. How about this? 16-4 ATS. That's 11. That's up 11.6 units, folks. And Rhythm also has NFL, MLB, golf, WNBA. So go to the app and make your model, make your own model since the predictions are live. Get your free 7-day trial period today. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right. We are back talking Bronco football. They should have hired Bronco Mendenhall. It would have been perfect.
Yeah, it would have. I mean,
Perfect.
anybody that hires Bronco Mendenhall gets a winner.
Yeah. But Broncos being Broncos, I mean.
Yeah.
So state of the program is interesting because like they do have a rather good history. You know what I mean? Like they really do. Had an undefeated season in 32. Maybe they should be like Auburn and claim that shit. Undefeated season in 22, Mac. Undefeated season in 14. Undefeated season in 1909. That's a lot of natties they can claim right there. And if they need someone to claim them, hit me up. Dial 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE. I'd pass out national championships from back then. Like, goddamn.
Sticky Auburn.
Yeah.
Alabama.
I'm serious. Let me know. Hit me up. You had undefeated. Fuck it. Let's go. But yeah, all that has to do with state of the program. Your history, your fan base, your fan buy-in, and obviously your coaching history. Because they look, and that's why I said it is this. For Lance Taylor, he could be able on the hot seat a little bit based on what they recently did. But also a stadium, Mac, and one of my favorite stadiums in the MAC is here in Kalamazoo. If you've heard me over the years, I always say make sure you get those liquor pitchers at Waldo's right outside the stadium. 86 years young. 86 years young is this beaut, if I may. This is a fun one, man. This is a fun one. This is like a great spot to get one of those snow games on like a Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, it's the best.
Get
emotional talking about it. Maction is upon us.
Dundee, you crazy son of a bitch. I didn't know you were gonna hit me there. All right, you're gonna hit me there.
Hey, I tweeted out today. I said somebody said Taylor Swift's record on Maction's 0-1 because Cincinnati took an L at Toledo. I was like, Taylor Swift couldn't handle Maction Tuesday nights in Kalamazoo or Mount Pleasant, baby.
Oh, you're goddamn right. You're goddamn right
Swifties
there.
couldn't handle that.
Yeah, you can have fun with that NFL bullshit. You know what I mean? The 0-1 when you come down to Maction, baby. All right. And Moneyline Mac, I hope that he's, youtube.com/the college experience. He sounded like this.
Well, I don't get they bring the head cold,
but they're counting down 7-6-5.
The great Lou Holtz. Dude, the stadium is fire though. It is one of my favorites in the MAC. I highly first off, they have good fans. And it's outdoors the way football should always be, not that indoor bullshit. And I just dig this is new, by the way. This is what they changed their field to this season. But
look how big it is.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, they do it right. It's like they dug into a side of a mountain to get the stadium going, which is cool. So, what are you doing if you're in Michigan? It's not just about the big house and Spartan Stadium. Those are great stadiums. But it's also, man, they got some gems. Go to the factory in Ypsilanti. Go to Mount Pleasant. Check out Kelly Shorts. You go here. You check out, you got Ferris State, Grand Valley State, all these great schools up there with cool stadiums. This is a cool fucking stadium, man. In my opinion, this is like top 3 or 4 in the MAC. It depends what day you ask me. I might tell you this is the best one, right? Your thoughts? What are you giving this thing 1 to 10?
I'm going to give it an 8 as well. And you can just see how much they care and they pack it in. I feel like some of the bigger, crazier games in Maction with bad weather have been in the stadium in Kalamazoo. So I agree. I've watched a lot of great games over the years on Maction here, and those fans are always there no matter what the weather is. So yeah, look at him packing that thing in.
Yeah, let's go. Jacob Russell saying, when are the Saturday predictions? Tonight, 9:00 Eastern. Knowing us, probably 9:15 Eastern, though, if you want the real lowdown. Right?
Yeah, we're never on time. Don't you know that?
Yeah. Part 2 of week 1 is tonight. Correct. Never graduate. I'm sorry. Part 2. Yeah. Part 1 is already out. We did that on Monday, covering the Thursday, Friday games. Tonight, we will be talking Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at a game that I'll be at in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. This is a fun stadium, man. I really highly encourage people to get out to Kalamazoo to a football game there. That they do it right, man. They do it right. State of the program, that was tricky for me because you do have a rich history. You did go to a bowl last year, even though you had a losing record. Lance Taylor's never had a winning record in Kalamazoo, so I had to give it a 5, even though I actually think he's a solid coach.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, no man's land. We think they're headed in the right direction, but we need to see a winning season. So that's always a 5 for me. But this program should be better than a 5. So let's go. Come on, Broncos. Get this thing going again.
A part of me wish like Fleck had stayed there forever. That's the thing I appreciate about back in the day. We're so like, I understand the money is so big now that you have TV money involved in the sport, but it's just cool when you look at some of the staffs back in the day. It's like this motherfucker was at Fort Valley
playoff team.
This dude was at Fort Valley State for 31 years. You know what I mean? Like you tell me he didn't have offers to come up. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It would have been cool to see Fleck long term.
Yeah, and if we had the expanded playoff back then, Fleck would have got him in there.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Can you imagine them hosting a game?
Oh
gosh, that would be so perfect. Let's get to the schedule, man, because I'm actually optimistic about this team. I just wish I knew the quarterback play. Like, you want to talk about a team that I wish brought in one quarterback that I just could tell, like, because you see certain teams we talk, and I'm like, man, I kind of like this quarterback. Oh, the backup's not bad. You know what I mean? Like, there's some teams out there where they have two capable quarterbacks. I just wish they were. I feel like they're one player away from being. Now, I'm not shitting on these quarterbacks. I just haven't seen them play.
Yeah.
I just wish, like, to be high on them from a preseason point of view. It'd be nice to, if they had have you driven a Gio Lopez lately or whoever we're talking about here? You know how like Miami, Ohio went and got DeQuan Finn?
Yeah, a proven.
You know what I mean? Like you're telling me you couldn't have gone out there and got somebody?
Yeah.
MJ Morris was going to back up Emmett Brown at Coastal Carolina before Emmett Brown got injured. He's out for the year now, so MJ Morris going to start. But something like that, I would be like, oh. But we'll see. We'll see. Week 1, Friday night. Western Michigan going into East Lansing. What's the spread? Like 21 points, was it?
Yeah, I think it's gone up because of the uncertainty at the quarterback position.
I took Western in the points. I know you faded them. I think you and the bet detective faded them. Jeez.
Loopholes.
Yeah, good God. This is what happens when you just fucking recording all day.
I don't get they bring the income, but they're.
I think they're going to cover this. Now, I don't think I mean it's Michigan State. If Michigan, I'm a Jonathan Smith guy. I thought it was an odd fit, but I am a Jonathan Smith guy. So I think Michigan State will find a way to win this game. But I do think Western covers that number. 0-1 though.
Will Connor Stallions be at this game?
That was Central before. Maybe he switches and goes to Western. I like that idea.
I know. It was the Friday night game in East Lansing when he pulled this off. So
That's
maybe he'll have some Western gear on. I think Michigan State wears them out and pulls away at the end. But yeah, 0-1.
Yeah, 0-1. I'm excited to watch this game. You know me.
Oh yeah.
You give me a little brother against big brother. You know, in the same state. So much better than Rutgers fucking UCLA or some shit. Week 2. North Texas comes up to Western Michigan.
This is a big game for both coaches.
This is a gigantic. This is like a low-key, underrated fucking game. We just did the North Texas preview, like a week ago?
Yeah.
I think we took Western. Does that sound right?
Yeah, we did take Western, and this is just such a big game for both third-year head coaches here, kind of on a little bit of the hot seat.
I think Morris is more on the hot seat than Taylor.
Agreed.
But this is like low key. This is gonna make one of my 9 TVs right here because I feel like this is a slept on game for week 2. I don't feel very comfortable saying win for Western.
Yeah.
I think this is like a fucking complete coin flip game, but sure. It's in Kalamazoo. 1-1. Yeah. You?
Yeah, I went Western and leave it up.
How strongly do you feel about that?
Nah, it's a true coin flip. North Texas will probably be favored by what? 2.5, 2?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of depends how they look week 1.
Yeah. And shout out to the TV execs for dropping the ball. This should have been like a Friday night game.
Definitely should have been a Friday night game. Agreed. Week 3, Western Michigan heading to the Fighting Illini. Doesn't Illinois have Iowa on deck? I'm sorry, Indiana on deck.
Coming off Duke.
Jared Green keeps inviting us to that. We should take him up on it, but it's tricky. Well, I have them losing to Duke, so if that's the case, they're probably going to put it on Western. If they beat Duke, I can see this being a little sneaky game.
Yeah.
But either way, I got the Illini winning with all that production back. So I got them at 1-2 out the gate. How about you?
Yep, 1-2 for me. I think Illinois is just too much at the line of scrimmage.
Then Maction starts with the Toledo Rockets coming into Kalamazoo. A series ago goes back to 1939. You got to be pissed off at drawing the best team in the MAC.
I know.
Right after the body blow that is Illinois. Like, I think when the MAC schedule came out, you're like, really, you fucking bastards? You couldn't give us UMass to start things off?
Or Ball State.
Yeah. Who does Toledo got the week before?
Toledo.
I feel like this is a huge fucking game, dude. This is a Saturday game too.
They have Morgan State and they have Akron after this. I'm taking Toledo.
I'll take Toledo too, but I this is a gigantic fucking game, dude.
Yeah, for momentum. So
yeah,
what? 1-3 for both of us.
1-3, and then Rhode Island, who won the CAA a year ago. They're not a bad team, folks.
Yeah.
FCS playoff team. What, a couple of they made it a couple years in a row. Oh man, I'll take Western, but don't be sluggish.
Sneaky game. 2-3 for me.
Then after that, a trip to the McGurk to take on UMass. I got them winning this shit. Give me that third win. All right, they're getting this one. I know you're bullish on UMass more than me.
I had UMass winning on the UMass preview. The Minutemen get it done at home. Home dog. Everybody's sleeping on UMass. They're finally in the MAC. Let's go. 2-4.
Yeah, I'm at 3 and what? 3 and what am I lost? Michigan State, Illinois, Toledo. Yeah. So 3-3. Then you are hosting Mike Yermovich. It's homecoming in Kalamazoo as Ball State comes to town. I will take you to get that 4th win. Broncos buck 'em. 4-3.
Yeah, this has got to be a win. 3-4.
Then you get that bye week. Shout out to the great Corey Davis. Come out of the bye week and a trip to Oxford to take on Miami, Ohio. I believe we just did the Miami, Ohio preview, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I took the Redskins to get this done, but this is a very good game. But I will take Miami, Ohio. The fact it's in Oxford, but this is a wacky MAC. It's hard as fuck to predict each game in the wacky MAC. It is very challenging at times. But yeah, give me a loss here. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I got Miami of Ohio. So I got them 3-5 headed into Maction, and you got them 4-4 headed into Maction. Maction as in the Tuesday night games.
Yeah. Well, we got a regional rivalry that goes back 118 fucking years. Central Michigan against Western Michigan. Love this game of basketball. Was it when they throw the toilet paper? That's when it's in Mount Pleasant, right?
Yeah. Phoenix are expert on the Michigan schools.
Yeah. I mean, this is a fun game. This is fun. This is a Saturday?
Yeah, I'm sorry. The MAC. Why isn't the action starting on the 4th?
This is a fire game to put on a Tuesday or Wednesday, but
Yeah, especially with the rivalry. I got Western at home.
I got Western as well. Give me that 5th win.
Let's go.
Then they get another bye week there. Shout out to the great John Offerdahl. Oh, anyone that played Tecmo Bowl back in the day knows about John Offerdahl. Second bye week there. Let's before we get to the final 3 games, want to let you know that the college football experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. As Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long, giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million in first place. Look, there's no waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best ball is the best way to play fantasy football, folks. And they also have great. Underdog is a fantastic place to play pick'em, where you can win up to 500 times the amount of money you enter. And get this, Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Circa Millions and Circa Survivor. Yes, the world's greatest sportsbook, Circa Las Vegas, is hosting the world's biggest pro football contest. Circa Millions, Circa Survivor, and Circa Grandissimo with over $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Sign up in Nevada, play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com. Use that promo code SGP to get $50 off those proxy fees. Contest close on Saturday, September 6th. So get those things in now. All right, we are back. Dan Savage dropping facts in the chat here, huh? Knowledge. Okay. Learning
the whole league on the weeknight. Fuck the weekends.
Yeah, the problem. So I've talked about this before with several people. The problem is it's hard for like alums to get there on weeknights sometimes. So it's tricky because you take like something like one. There's a lot of really good rivalries in the MAC.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this conference still actually has fucking regionality. You know what I mean? So like,
besides UMass, I guess UMass and Buffalo.
UMass and Buffalo, but my point is like Central Michigan and Eastern Michigan and Central Michigan and Western Michigan. Those teams have been playing for fucking like 115 years, 120 years.
Yeah.
And it might be hard to go to a Tuesday game. Now, as much as I say it from neutrally, I could see like one of your donors being like, dude, what the fuck, man? I'm trying to take my family to this game, show my history of being, and you throw that shit on a Tuesday night. My daughter's got school. My wife's got her goddamn our paint class. You know what I mean? Like you're just sitting there. So I could see the other side of that. But yeah, I mean, if TV execs are going to put UCLA and Rutgers in the same damn conference, I see both sides of the coin a little bit there. But why
can't we have some action on a Friday night then?
Why don't they do like, back in the day, and I know Dan Savage remembers this. It was probably when you were probably like late 90s. I remember the MAC playing on Sundays. They would play Sunday morning, and they were smart about this too. They would go at like, because the NFL would kick off at like 1 Eastern. They would kick off their games at like 11 Eastern, so or 10 Eastern. So you would have it almost go right into the NFL Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't even give a shit about the NFL. Look, I think that product is garbage. So just to me, if you could put it back on Sundays, my wife would hate you, but I would, I am all on board, or just get a little more creative. Like you see it with the A10 and college hoops. Remember the A10 was doing like the game of the week a couple of years ago, like an hour or two before the other games.
Yes. Yeah. That would be a good idea. Shit, they did that in college football one year. They kicked off a game or two at like 11 a.m. I don't know why they stopped doing that.
Yeah, I think that's a little intriguing there.
Call it the brunch game.
Yeah. So you come out of the bye. You at the second bye, you got them at what? I got 5 wins on the board here.
I have 4. So I'm 4-5. You're 5-4.
All right, and then the Ohio Bobcats come marching into town. Brian Smith and company, Parker Navarro. This series goes back to 1939. This is a Tuesday. It's a fun game. Give me a 6th win. You know why I think they're going to emphasize this game more? To get back to a bowl. And to get back to a bowl, they hit the road for the next 2 weeks. So I actually think, in hindsight, I know we did the Ohio preview, and I might have even took Ohio. I think the more I think about this, that's a great spot for Western to rally as a team and say, we're going fucking bowling again. So give me a win for these Broncos. What are you doing here?
I agree. I have them winning as a home dog here. So I have win number 5, and they got to split one of these two to get to a bowl in my scenario.
Yeah. Yeah. Then the back-to-back away. Now, I will say this. This game adds a little spice knowing Northern Illinois is leaving the fucking MAC.
Yeah.
This is a Tuesday. It's a great fucking game, dude. Can't wait to watch this.
Give me Western to pull the upset and send them out of there.
Send them seaworthy. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go. 7-4.
Yeah, I got him clinching a bowl here at 6-5. It headed into this final one
at the factory.
The other Michigan.
Yeah, taking on the Hurons of Eastern Michigan. Now, look, this is a loss for me. I gave you Central. All right, it's a bit. You know the stat on back-to-back aways. If I'm giving you Northern Illinois, you're not sweeping the fucking road trip here. This is on a Tuesday night as well.
Yeah.
So I got them 7-5. I'm being a little generous, I think. I think 6-6 might be a little more realistic, but if the quarterback play delivers, they might even be able to be better than that.
Yep.
Win total is 4.5, Matt. Give me the over. Smash the over here.
Wait, what? I thought it was 5.5. This is crazy.
Did I fuck
this
up?
No, there is a 4.5 out there.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, hold on. I want to look at this before I place this wager right now.
It is juice to the over.
I mean, we did give them North Texas. I'll be honest. The first 5 games are a little tricky. They could be. You like to think they'll beat Rhode Island, but Rhode Island ain't a bad team. And to me, if you take those body blows from the first 4, your confidence a little shook by week 5. This is a harder schedule than last year by far. But what is the ceiling here? 8-4? And what is the floor?
I was going to say 8-4 with the losses at the 2 bye games, Sparty and Illinois, and then 2 MAC games.
Yeah. 8-4 the ceiling. The floor. What if they do start out 0-4?
3-9 probably then. If quarterback play is very good.
I think you're right. 3-9, maybe 4-8. But you know what? I think I'm going to go down. I'm going to lock the over 4.5.
Yeah.
I mean, in year 1, he was 4-8. This is year 3.
Yeah.
Give me the over. I think they're going to be a bowl team. If not, worst case scenario, like for me, I know we just did worst case scenario at 3 or 4 wins. For me personally, I think it's 5-8. I'm sorry, 5-7. I think they're going to be in the mix. So, and they got 2 different quarterbacks. If one doesn't work out, the other will work out for at least a little bit. You locking this? No.
I'm going to stay away just because I'm not as high as you are on them, but I do think they'll be close to a bowl game, 5 or 6 wins.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still gonna bet it. I just trust this roster's better.
Savage does make a good point. They did get a great schedule last year to get to that bowl game.
That is true, but they were knocking on the door, beating Wisconsin. They lost 3 or 4 1-score games. I mean, the Wisconsin game was a 2-score game, but a lot of that was because of that late fumble. Yeah, I'll take my chances on the over though. Give me the fucking over. Let's go. I'm betting this thing, folks. We will be back in 2 minutes. I already got the slides ready with the clit. We're talking clit action. The Charlotte 49ers. They got a coach that was in the MAC. His name was Tim Albin.
The GOAT.
So jump on over to the Charlotte preview. We're talking 2 minutes. No, we're not doing 15. 2 fucking minutes here. Remember, our pick shows at 9 p.m. tonight. It ain't stopping on the college football experience. I put together a nice slideshow on the way out to honor the history of Western Michigan football. We love you, Kalamazoo. Till next time, this is the college football experience. Buck 'em Bronco style. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.
Mailbox 1. You have 7. Let's get
1.
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo my body and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. We're the obsession to be a part of that, started that. Mind over matter don't matter in the market. I've seen much smarter cats have heart attacks. Logic is leaders need lambs to be lethargic. Match wits with the half-wit phantom. I don't need jumper cables or mic cords to analyze an analytical anthem. Between my two ears, an engine pumping the life force. Force field for your grip on the grievance. Still gonna feel unchallengeable and stiff. So arrange the pieces to appear cohesive. All the hard work will go largely ignored if your hands are covered with post-its and paper cuts. You need to have your voice in the vice grip. The one who made it famous ain't the one who made it up. You don't get overtime just for working the night shift.
I'm taking a pitch right now. It's like
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo my body and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Every time I close my eyes, I'm taken to the same place, a playing field, and every contestant's got the game face. Everybody's yelling, you ought to play it safe. Make sure them shoes are tied and ankles taped. Shake the cobweb, hit the ground running. This is how cunning I can get with the footwork. You're doing it right, well, it shouldn't hurt. Flirt with greatness, still I run the famous. Nice high heels, I got mics for spikes. Trampling the home team and their turf for life. For the few fleet of foot, too fast for me. I fear none, cause I run and ignore the pair of feet by the tree that are fast asleep. In love with the game, you adore the hair. I believe in achievement. My soul isn't rewarded just cause it sees a goal and moves toward it. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo my body and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Conspiracy theories, gotta love them clearly. Nothing's more entertaining than entertaining a query. Just the words of the wise and the weary. Recognize the authors of reality and theory. Theoretically, I could have won Scribble Jam. In reality, I lost to a legend. Theoretically, I'm best friends with Uncle